Hey guys, it's Mirabee Studios, and I'm back again with another LEGO Star Wars video for you guys. And today we're going to be counting down my top 10 most wanted UCS sets. So this is just UCS sets I would like to see in the future. And obviously these may or may not happen. None of these are really rumors except for one, and we'll get to that later. But anyways, let's jump right on into the video with the first set that I chose for my top 10 list, which is a UCS Phantom and Ghost. This one is a possibility because they've just announced, or I think it's rumored, that they're gonna come out with a second Star Wars Rebels show, like Star Wars Rebels 2, which is good because they kind of cut off early with the show. So yeah, I think this would be a great UCS set. It's very cool. It's kind of like a Millennium Falcon for this story. The ships don't look the same, obviously, but it's kind of the same sort of centerpiece of the ship. And then also, to include the Phantom would be very important as well. And I think this could just be an awesome UCS set with a couple little interior details like the cockpit, maybe the like dorm things or the cabins, and then other than that, that'd be it. And then you could just have the little Phantom with a little piloting spot, and it would just be a really cool UCS set. I think that one would be like a $300 to $400 set. But anyways, guys, moving on to the next UCS set. The next UCS set again would have some hype from TV shows such as the Clone Wars, and this would be a second Darth Maul bust, kind of like a redo. They did one of these in the early years of LEGO Star Wars, and I just think it needs a remake. There's hype, people like it, and it's hard to find nowadays. You can order the parts for this though, because it's basically mostly all brick, but it's just a really cool model that I think needs to be remade. So yeah, guys, let's move on to the next UCS set, which is the UCS TIE Bomber. The 2015 UCS TIE Fighter is really cool, and I think a TIE Bomber would be a great one to add to the collection. Again, it could be a $230 UCS set that would come out on May the 4th, and I would definitely buy it. It would look super cool beside the other ones that I have of that kind of genre of UCS set. Another UCS set that they could make in around that $200 to $230 range for May the 4th would be a UCS Uwing, and I think this would be really cool with the Cassian Andor show coming out if they included like an exclusive version of him and a couple pilots or something. This could be really cool, I think. The wings might not be able to fold out, but I still think they could get that detail done, and I think it would just look amazing. Next up, we have the UCS Jango Fett's Slave One, and this is more just like an add-on thing. I would really like to see this. I don't think LEGO will ever do this because they haven't even made a playset one yet. But like the UCS Slave One's super cool. So if they made a Jango Fett one, I think I'd buy it. It would be another cool Slave One to add to the collection. And I think the people who didn't pick up the original one would like to pick up this one because it'd be a similar build. Next up, in the price range of maybe about $200 to $300, we've got the UCS Kylo Ren Shuttle. I think this would look amazing. I've seen some mock-ups, and I would love to be able to go pick up this set at the LEGO store. Even doing a mock-up's cool, though. It's just really cool. Overall, I think it would be a great build. It'd be a kind of a sturdier build, especially since we know now that there's not the wings on the bottom and all that stuff. Because the one I have is from 2016, so it's the older one, but this would be a really cool UCS set. I think it could include some great minifigures, like a really well-done Kylo Ren and maybe an officer and pilot that are both really detailed, and I think it would just be an overall awesome set. Next up, we have the Jedi Temple, and I think this would be a really cool one to see at micro scale. I think you could have, like, maybe a couple 501st Troopers. I don't know about that, but, like, I think that would be cool. And then if you include some Jedi and, like, the main parts, like the library where Ahsoka has that whole 2 episodes basically there, or that whole episode, and have like the main command room where everyone sits, and I think that'd be a pretty cool UCS set. This UCS set I would love to see would be a Baby Yoda. I've obviously done a mock, and this is the thumbnail. The link will be in the card, and yeah, so I think it would be bigger than this, definitely. And I think it would be something more like the Brickhead, where you'd have the whole white carriage thing plus the baby Yoda, which I think would be really cool, and I think it could even be like $100 UCS set. There is something like this rumored, but I don't know if that's going to come to fruition because we haven't seen any images of anything. So yeah, that's about it for that one. And moving into the last two UCS sets I would like to see, one would be UCS 8080. I wouldn't want it to be huge because obviously the LEGO group has tried this and they've tried to make huge ones, but they're obviously unstable. So I'd love for them to just make a medium-sized one, a 250 one, something that they could release on May the 4th that would be huge, but it wouldn't be massive and fall over, but it would still fit on people's shelves, and I feel like that would be better. And maybe just include a couple minifigures, like even in this new 40th anniversary one, just include like Luke and maybe a snowtrooper and a pilot. That would be it. The other one is a UCS Venator. Again, this one's in high demand. People really want to see this, and I think at a 400 to 600 price point, I'd say people would buy it. I don't think it's got as much hype as a Star Destroyer, so I don't think it can be priced up there with the Falcon and stuff, but I think they could make a pretty awesome model for somewhere between $400, $500, and $600. Anyways, guys, that is every single, or my top 10 UCS sets I would like to see. Let me know down below in the comments the top, or some of the UCS sets you would like to see in the future. If you agree with my list, please make sure to like this video. If you didn't, like the video as well, and subscribe to see more. Anyways, guys, thanks so much for watching. Bye for now.